Hey Catchers, welcome back to another devlog. Episode 20, can you believe it? And this is a big one because we're finally diving back into the world of SpaceCatch AR. We know it's been a while since the last major AR update, so first off, thank you all for being patient. We've been busy behind the scenes, and today I'll walk you through everything that's been going on, what we've learned, and what's coming next. Over the last few months, our focus has been on collecting data, testing small adjustments, and laying the groundwork for the full release. Let's now start with the biggest change: the combat difficulty and movement in non-AR combat. Originally, we had a really unique system. Players physically moved their phones to dodge, forward, sideways, backwards, and looked around by rotating their device. It worked beautifully in our Prague playtests. But when we went live in the Philippines, the results weren't the same. A lot of players struggled to get used to it, and we saw a big drop-off. So we went back to the drawing board. We tested a bunch of alternatives: virtual joysticks, swipes, tap and drag setups, and eventually landed on a setup that felt natural. Movement with joystick and looking around by tap and holding the screen. This lets players interact, aim, and play from anywhere, sitting, lying down, whatever works. It's a major step towards the accessibility of the combat. But alongside that, we've cleaned up the combat UI. We simplified shield use, made alien catching feedback clearer, and unified visual effects and notifications to make the whole experience smoother. Thanks to these changes, we were also able to tune the alien difficulty, which had been a little bit limited before, and we found out that combat is a bit too simple and a bit too easy. We're still refining this and will continue to balance things throughout the next round of testing. Another big improvement happened to the tutorial flow. Our original tutorial was long and story-driven, but because it was framed as a tutorial, players would try to skip through it, only to realize there wasn't more story right after. So we split it. Now the intro is short and action-focused, and the rest of the mechanics unlock naturally as you play. It creates a more balanced experience and keeps the pacing fun without overwhelming new players right out of the gate. The third major insight was that in trying to make the game deeper, we'd unintentionally buried the core experience: catching aliens. We thought it might not feel unique enough on its own, so we added layers like crafting and other side mechanics. But players made it clear: they love catching aliens and discovering more about them. So we've refocused the game around that. And to support it, we created UNITURA, a new in-game bestiary that tracks everything you've discovered about each alien: their origin, behavior, homeworld, and more. It gives the whole process more meaning and progression. With these major updates in place, we're moving into the second major testing round, both with in-person playtests in Prague and continued testing in the Philippines. We're aiming to launch SpaceCatch AR publicly towards end of Q2. Just a quick reminder, this is a mobile game, so launch won't look like a traditional release day drop. Instead, we'll be rolling out in waves, experimenting with messaging and marketing across different regions. We're still planning to run AR with seasonal content, just like we've done with Classic. This isn't a single-player title, we're building a live experience that we can grow long-term. Our vision for redefining mobile action RPGs still stands. Our goal? To do for mobile what Dark Souls did for PC and console. And of course I have to talk about SpaceCatch Classic. Things are rolling strong. We're just about to enter Chapter 2 of Season 3, and we've introduced some exciting new systems. The big one? You can now level up your aliens and unlock new abilities through skill trees. This brings deeper strategy to the game and makes roster building way more interesting. It's still in its early form, and we'll be expanding it further over time. We're also adding a new onboarding flow to make it easier for new players to get started, and we're starting to roll out our own AI bots. These will help fill matches where needed, and we'll be carefully experimenting with how they're integrated into the ranked experience. There are some smaller updates too, but I'll save those for Discord, so make sure you're in there if you want the latest news. That's it for this episode. Thanks for sticking with us through this journey. There's so much more to come, and I'll catch you later.